Yeah, that's unfortunate there. As we end, as we come live, as we came live. That's unfortunate. It wasn't a bad one at all. It was not a bad one at all. I was hoping that the pre-market volume continued pushing bullish here. Unfortunate. Good morning, good day, everyone. Welcome back to another London session live stream. Do hope everyone is well. I'm not sure. I think we could still push up here. Just based on how this 30-minute closes now, right? For London session, it's based on how this candle closes because it could still close bullish, still close bullish here. Could still close bullish here. So I guess we wait, right? Mm, 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 mm. let's see if I move this, it goes smaller, right? Yeah, it goes smaller. Okay. So this is why sometimes I like waiting for the London Open, but at the same time, when you see certain setups, you can't just totally ignore it, you know? You can't totally ignore all this, like your setup, you know? Because this right here is like we broke above the high here. We closed bullish. We more or less pulled back, right? We pulled back. We broke above this high, close above this high, this resistance here on the 15. And we close. Look, we're breaking the highs here now, based on the 30-minute time frame. And this is definitely like if you re-enter here, but look at the stop loss, right? It's way bigger, but you're definitely getting a possibility of it continuing up is very high. It's very high. So see what I'm saying? You see how much we moved up here after breaking those highs? This was the previous high here of the candle, right? So your stop loss would have been 55, 57 pips, right? You already moved up 42 pips. TP is more or less 100 pips. So when you have things like it's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate, but not necessarily wrong of the trade, right? The funny thing here is that initially I was aiming for was around 40 some pips. Yeah, look at it here. You see, hit it. This is what I was aiming for here. 48 pips. This was what I was aiming for. And I hit it. So, yep. I would have been out of the trade already. Would have been out already. So we have the 15-minute closure here. Um, what's happening on this? Oh, okay. So we had this move down here, which was nice. Then we closed above here to continue up. Right. So this is breakout structure right here, back to the upside. So uh, tradable range, yes, but alright. So if you notice, we come down, up, down. Now we're breaking above, closing above here. So we could potentially continue moving to the upside here. Might give one little pullback and then that's it. Let's see how this 30-minute candle closes though. On gold. the hell is going on? On this goddamn internet, man. Oh, this internet. It's like I always get this. I don't understand why. It always happens. It always happens. Like, I don't know, man. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Ooh, this is a big pullback here. We're having a big pullback here now. No, again, right? So we're closing. If we close bullish, we are bearish, right? The 1 hour candle will be closing wick here, and yeah, we could continue moving down if that's the case, right? Possibly close below here to move down, to continue moving down. Yeah, could happen. Or if we just close right here, so then there's no trade, right? If we close right in the middle here, there is nothing going on. seems like we want to close below. Um, yeah, seems like we want to close below here. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Wow. Seems like we want to close below here. Mm. We seem to be staying in the range here, so now when candles close like this sometimes, if you get like a wick up and then it continues to break the low, it could continue down at least to fill the do a wick fill, right? It could continue down and do a wick fill and then reject and then but you have to understand that okay, that rejection is very well possible, right? That rejection is very well possible. So that's the difference in like certain trades. You need to know where you're at all times with the market, right? So just understanding your position is what's important. Understanding where you're at is what's important. Oh wow, that just happened there. Okay then. Yeah, so like for example here, if it breaks below here, then okay, you can't hold this trade for long, right? You're looking to scalp this because we didn't get a closure below. If you take this trade here, you're only taking it because of the volume. You're anticipating the volume to continue to push. So your TP here should be roughly like 11, well, 16 pips, something like that. But as you can see, look what happened. Reject, come back up. So would have been a loss, right? But this is why sometimes you have to understand the risk involved in certain trades you may take. Yeah, yeah, wow. Wow, London volume came in and killed, huh? London volume came in and killed here. Mm, 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 mm. Man, this is unfortunate. First 5 minutes. Yeah, man. Holy shit. This is definitely a buy here. based on the 5 minute. Close like this, definitely. Definitely. Holy shit. Yep. And that would have been your move there. TP up here. Break above the previous candle high, 15-minute high. Close that above as well. Yeah. Entry here, stops here. Yep. And you don't have to take the entire move. Again, I always say you don't need to take the entire move. Right now you're out already. Right? You don't need to take the entire move. But apparently, so that will be 30 pips roughly. So apparently, beating trades for for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and things like that. When we trading with volume, apparently it's against some rules in trading. I had no freaking idea about that for prop firms. I've been trading 5 years. I've been trading like this for like 3 to 4 years. I've been trading like this, and I've never like had an issue with firms. I've never had an issue with firms like that. So I'm like, what the hell? Why is this? But yeah, that's um, that's what it is now. Cause that's why I was denied. That's why I was denied the payouts. I was denied the payouts because of that. They told me, um, they accused me of cheating. So, and to a degree, it it sort of got to me, right? That like I was a bit annoyed of it. Um, yeah, it's a little annoying. It's a little annoying. So it was a little bit annoying. Yeah, it was annoying. It was annoying. That shit really got to me, man. That shit got to me a bit. It really did. Yeah, so I'm more or less chilling right now in terms of like trying to trade too aggressive. Yeah, I just lost that trade there, but um I'm more or less like taking more or less taking it easy in terms of trading for but just for today actually. See how I take it easy for this week. More or less just for today and then we're back to normal on Monday. Um is what's Monday here? Right, so Monday is clean. We got nothing here on Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday we got retail pulse picks on Wednesday as well. Then we have right, so then we have bank holiday, New Zealand, and Aussie holiday. We have unemployment. Then Friday, of course, it's holiday for everyone except the US. Right? Good Friday. Saturday is Easter. Sunday Easter. Monday is Easter as well. Yep, for everyone except the US. Yeah. So yeah, man, we have some interesting times ahead here. So this is a nice little 15-minute closure. This is a nice little 15-minute closure. Very nice 15-minute closure, yeah. What's the stop loss here? Less than 30 pips. Okay, once we're less than 30 pips, we could give it a go. A week down here. These days, the minimum is like 40 pips these days. Yeah, these days it's a 37 pip range. Not bad. This is like yeah, this is that's it. That's my problem these days. These stop losses are huge, man. Huge, 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 huge. These stop losses are huge these days. Yeah, this trade was, man. This trade was American, America and China. That shit is it's very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. That's a big pullback there. More or less a rejection there from on the 15 minute. This is big. This is big. So this is signifying that, showing that okay, price wants to come down. No, there's nothing to do in this range. This range is done. With this type of price action, this range is done. We have what we got, like PPI, right? PPI. Yeah, so we got two set of news here later on for New York. It's not wouldn't be a nice ending for today. Yeah, I think on Monday here we return and return very good, yeah, very strong. Mm, mm. Very interesting price action these days, man. Very interesting price action. Hmm. This rejection here is really we're closing the 30 about to close. Hmm. Let's see the closure. Mm -mm. Yeah, so still nothing here. Won't have nothing here. We cannot take sells. We cannot take buys. We just have to wait. We just have to wait. Yeah, this closure is something else. Yeah, this closure, nothing can be done here. Need to wait. Or we get a closure back up, bullish closure here on the 15 or something to continue up. Or closure below here to continue down, whichever one. nothing to do here, nothing to do. So what I'm saying is if we could close bullish here, right? There is a chance that on the break, on the closure of it, we could possibly continue to push up, right? There is a chance of that. What is needed here? A bit of a hard decision here, though. This is a bit of a hard decision here. There we go. Mm. Okay. So I want to change all this. Um, I want to reroll this, and this. I need all this rerolled. How do I get it done? That's the thing. Huh. Hmm. Interesting. I could always do that and lose it, right? Yeah. I need something to reroll this. That's what I need. Hmm. Yeah, we're getting more rejections here. So if we close bullish here, we could possibly break the high and then continue to the upside. Mm. stay there. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Still come fifth. God damn it. Still came in fifth. Okay, so we're more or less getting a rejection of this 15 minute here. Right, yeah. So you see, this is why there's sometimes you could look at a 5 minute, but everything else have to go together. Otherwise you're gonna fuck up. So in regards to this here, this is a support farming here, right? And we more or less have the same thing on the 5 minute, right? So closure below here, and you could possibly fill this range. This is a 70 pip range based on the 5 minute. Yeah. So you would have the this would be a flip of the 30 minute, right? If it comes below here, the 15 minute is, well, hopefully if it closes weak, then that would be very good. You have the previous 15 minute to back it up, right? So yeah, and this is more or less a 4 hour, well, was a 4 hour resistance up here. That was a 4 hour resistance. So yeah. Let's see how this 15 closes. Okay, so we close a bit strong here. So the idea of the 5 minute here is if the next 15 minute closes below here, then you could possibly get this, right? Which would be a bearish closure on the 30 minute. Then we could get this, right? Possible move down. And notice where the line is at. It's at the bottom of the current candle. So if it flips, then there's a chance that it could continue down. So the 30 would close below here, which would be a bearish closure, rejection, right? Bearish closure to continue filling the range, right? Clean candles down here. So yeah, if we close underneath here, I think we can get a sell. We could look for some sells below here, but not on the 5 minute. But let's wait for the 15. We want the next candle to close below here, right? So, and if this 15-minute candle close below there as well, you have price closing beneath support, so indicating that okay, should continue down, right? So not just one 5 minute candle under here, but we want the 15 because we need confluence. At the moment, the previous 15 is bullish, the previous 30 minute is bullish, previous 1 hour is bullish. So we can just take the bearish 5 minute, right? Let we just wait and get a proper closure, and we should be alright. Again, the probability of it happening, like there's a chance that okay, close under here and it just continue to drop without a chance to get an entry, right? But that's just part of the game. That's just part of the game we play. Okay, so you see that rejection there. Now this is a new bottom wick, right? It broke its own low. Alright, so as it broke its own low here, there is a chance that it could come down, alright? So see how they tap into that area, just pull back. You need to pay attention to the way our price reacts at different zones to understand price action at its best. So that's, I guess this is the range we're in here now. We have, I mean, this is also a trailable range at the top up here, you know. So let's mark this up. This is as price um as price changes, price create new structure, etc. It's okay to remove previous zones and mark up new zones, yeah. Because then price then presents you with the data needed for that, right? Yeah, so this is what we're looking at, yeah. So we also have sales beneath this level here. Come down, sales here. So yeah, nothing here. As you notice, this zone is a bit choppy. This area is very choppy. I think I run this last one. Oh, what time is it? Yeah, I run this last one. Actually, hmm, actually, do I want to do that? seems like we want to close above here. So let's see. So even if the 30 doesn't close above here, what we can anticipate is that once we get our 5-minute closure above here, we could continue to the upside. Right? Okay, there we go. Perfect closure here. But look at what happened. We pushed up immediately. Yeah, this is not good. We need somewhat of a pullback. We need somewhat of a pullback here. We need some type of pullback, and I think we're getting it here now. Yeah. So what we need here is a pullback to make a bottom wick, and then for us to continue. Bullish. Yep, there we go. That was our bottom wick there, and we will break those highs, and we're in, and we're in. Yep, that that simple, that simple, that simple. That's it. That's it there, man. That's it there. Up 15, 15, 18 pips. Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna wanna close this. Ooh, we're coming back to break even. Nope. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm out at break even here. Wow. What the hell is with price, yo? I got out at break even here. What the shit, man? What the shit is that price action, man? Holy shit. Yeah, that's that's it for me. That's it for me. I'm done for the day actually. I'm done for the day actually here. I'm done for the day. Man, price action is been crappy. Crappy, crappy, crappy. But you know, we got the nice movement. We got a push up immediately. Came back down, create a bottom wick, continued up. That's the idea, right? And again, I always say you try from your entry point, or where your entry supposed to be, right, to the zone. So more or less this is the range here from the break of this high, right? Supposed to be your entry. We already went up, like we didn't go up much, but we moved up like, yeah, I was up like 15, 16, 17 pips. The idea here is that you don't, once you reach this zone, like halfway of the zone of the potential move, you can you can exit the trade, right? It's safe to, it's good to exit the trade because sometimes you get certain moves like these, right, where it's very sudden, right, very very sudden. So you don't want to be in this, you don't want to be in it, and you know, It's not like if you were wrong or anything like that. You had a winning trade. So by right, the we had like we got like 18 pips most out of that. So again, the range was 36. Was it 36? Yeah, about 36. So you get 18 pips, you're good. You get half, you know? Like there's no need to always say that, and I try to tell myself that as well, because there's sometimes try to get more, but yep. So I think this is it here. I think this is it here for me. There ain't gonna be no, there ain't gonna be nothing else here. Unless you close all the way down here, and you need a 30-minute, 50-minute closure below here to continue down. There is not enough space to continue to take buys, so not enough range to continue to take buys, not really. Unless you're going for new highs, which I don't recommend going for new highs right now. Alright, so um, yeah, I think this is gonna be it here for me, if I'm being honest. Mm, yeah, look at that crazy movement. Yeah, there's no need to stay in all this nonsense. There's no need to stay in all this thing. There's nothing for the day here. Yeah, so we got more or less break even, one last one break even. For the most part, it was just a break even because I wasn't able to call anything on stream. But yeah, Yep, so I'm gonna call it here. Um, do have yourselves a great weekend. It was nice being here. And yeah, yep. So this is it for me. I'm out. See you on Monday, same time. Peace.